All right, guys, we are going live. Hopefully, you are seeing my screen. I'm going to do a little double check for those of you who are here. And I see there are a few of us already here. So I tell you, I'm really, really glad that you're here. Those of you, a couple of you have my Google chat. If you do me a favor, and if you hear me, go ahead and tell me in chat, just so I know everything's okay. I got a couple of people that might know me. Just a few. Cool. All right, guys, we are going live.
Well, I hear
you are
that.
seeing my screen. I'm going to do a little. All right, never mind. I know it's live now. Because what you're hearing was the feedback from another window. Any rate, cool. All right. For those of you who do and do not know me, my name is John Lawson, and I run a little website called Colder Ice. I am a e-commerce. I put it in there as a maven. People said guru. I hate that word. I don't know why I hate that word, but there's something about it that makes my skin crawl if somebody calls you a guru. I don't know. It's like if you're a guru, you should have like beads on and wear a robe and, hey, maybe did some climb up a mountain to a temple somewhere. That's just the way I feel about that word. I don't know. It's a personal thing. It's personal. But other than that, I was, pretty much a normal guy and still am a normal guy. However, I have somewhat created a abnormal lifestyle. And that's kind of what I want to share with you, not my abnormality of a lifestyle, but the lifestyle itself. Because you know what? I remember sitting in my office cubicle and always sort of just daydreaming about, I can't wait to get out. I can't wait till 5 o'clock. Those of you, there's a couple of people on this call that I know I used to work with. They will remember how I would leave early and get there late because I really just it wasn't that I was lazy. It wasn't that I was not a good worker. I would actually get my work done, but I was not good at faking it the rest of the time. If my work is done and handed in on time, I wanted to do other things. And that's what I most of the times did. But one of the things I always wanted to do was have my own business. I wanted to have my own time. I wanted to just be able to do what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. And at the same time, make the money that I needed to, had to maintain my lifestyle. How many of you are kind of like feeling me on that? How many of you are just, would like to have more time? Just, I'm putting up a poll. Go ahead. Just let me know. How many of you would like to have more time? More time to yourself, more time for your family, more time to get the things done that you want to do, that you want to focus in on, but at the same time, not have to decrease your lifestyle and the way things are for you. And that's a big difference, I mean, I didn't want to have to sacrifice everything that I had already worked for in my professional career financially so that I could be free. So one of the things that I came up with, and I think one day I was sitting at the job and I was thinking of ways to make money, and somebody gave me an opportunity. Somebody gave me an opportunity to make money, and I jumped all over it because it really sounded so good. Actually, it sounded too good to be true. And what was being sold to me was, look, you've got good credit. just sign your name on this dotted line. And what we'll do is buy a house, and we will flip that house in the next 90 days, and we will walk away with $20,000 to $40,000, and we'll just split it. And I actually knew the guy. You know, he was introduced to me by a family member. We had had dinner together. We had talked. He was a cool person. But he really, really sold me down the wrong pathway. So once we sat at that table, had a house closing, and I signed that paperwork, I realized only my name was on that paperwork, and only I was actually responsible for what the outcome was going to be from that business dealing. Long story short, and it is a long story, but I'm going to shorten it for you. It ended up costing me a lot, tens of thousands, close to $100,000 over the years, while I still own that piece of property. I'm still making mortgage payments. I'm still being haunted by that business decision. But at the same time, without that one business decision, I don't think I would have the lifestyle that I have today, because that was sort of a kick in the pants for me. And what do I mean by that? Well, basically, and I just got the poll results back. I see 97% of you would just love more time, and I feel you on that. But the kick in the pants for me was that I had to make a second mortgage payment on my regular everyday job. And even though I had a pretty decent job, I was in a large Fortune 500 company. I was a consultant. I did IT work, you know. I drove a nice car. I rented a nice place, things like that, you know. But I was not prepared to make a second mortgage payment. And that put a financial burden on me to the point where I was preparing the paperwork and literally had it at the lawyer's office for me to go bankrupt. Now, I don't know how many of you, I know we're coming through some very tough financial times in our country. I know several people, you know, that are close friends of mine that have been out of work or out of work, have lost their businesses. Things have not been that shiny for many of us during this time. And I totally get it, man. I totally get it. Because that's where I was. I was ready to go bankrupt. And somebody kind of gave me an idea. And they said, why don't you sell something on eBay? And that's what I ended up doing. I started selling some used books on eBay. And once I got the bug, I just kind of took off. I just really liked what was going on, and I wanted to do more. So all of a sudden, the little bit of money that I had, I was putting it back into inventory. I was buying more stuff, and my business was growing at the same time that I was working at my job. So it wasn't really a business because it was the thing I had to do. But one day I decided, hey, I really would like to do this as a business. And I made a plan. And I put that plan on paper on how to move from employee to self-employed. And that process for me, because I really didn't have any trailblazing pathways. This was early 2000s. So there wasn't a whole lot of people that I knew that were doing what I was doing or trying to do what I was trying to do. And I spent a lot of time and probably wasted a lot of money. And the thing is, it's kind of good where we live today, what age we're in right now, because the tools that exist today did not exist when I got started in e-commerce. And I went ahead and took that leap of faith. 2 years after I decided I wanted to leave my job, I finally had the plan in place and I was ready to leave. And that was probably the most nerve-wracking week of my life because I knew I was getting ready to turn in my 2 weeks notice. And I literally put it off probably 4 or 5 days because I just was like, once you do this, once you do it, you can't go back. Once you do it, it's all, this is it. But I went ahead and did it, man. I did it. And I left my job 2 weeks later and have never had another employer since then. And that was in 2004. I can't believe, was it 2004 or 6? I got to really work on my story there. Because if it's 2004, it's been 10 years. I don't know. But it's been a long time. You know what? It really does have to be 2004. Wow. It's been 10 years. I've been self-employed for the last 10 years. And not just doing those kind of things. Back in 2009, which was, 5 years in, I was really getting the flow of things. I started training and teaching. And I created something called Colder Ice. And Colder Ice was a portal where I would kind of share a lot of things that I was learning doing in e-commerce with other e-commerce sellers, and they would share back with me. And it was a really good time. Twitter was just starting up, and I remember a lot of the people that I was talking to that were in e-commerce, we were like the first 100,000 people on Twitter. I mean, there was not a lot of people on Twitter. And that grew, and that grew. And today I run a corporation called Colder Ice Media, where I am dedicated literally to teaching other people and helping other people do what their dreams are and using the internet to do that. So that is a background on what I'm doing today. And my lifestyle and the things that I'm doing, it's kind of, I can't believe it. I mean, literally, I'm getting all my paperwork. I'm getting my Ebola shot. It's like, no, I'm not getting a shot. But I am going to South Africa at the end of the month. I'll be going to Norway. I just came back from Australia. I fly all across this country teaching, training people on how to create and make their businesses even better using the internet. And that is why we are here today. That's what we're going to do today. So I called it How to Make $500 a Week Without Leaving Your House. And that's the cool part. And, hopefully you can see this. If this is going to be big enough for you, I like this format. It's not really a what do you call those? It's not a PowerPoint. This is a live, active document. So it allows me to it gives me more freedom. So one of the things, just if you want to contact me or if you ever have any questions, I'm always available. You can go to John, or you can send an email to John, that's my name, John, at colderice.com. That's COLDERICE. All right? And my name is John Lawson. We're going to talk about this business sumo thing a little bit later. So let's get into how to make $500 a week without leaving your house. I want to introduce you to e-commerce. All right? What is e-commerce? E-commerce is, the E stands for electric. So electric commerce is commonly known as e-commerce, or e-commerce is with the small e. It's trading products or services using the computer network. And that's pretty much it. No matter what anybody else might put on top of that, e-commerce is simply commerce that is done electronically. And it has grown over the years. It's grown massively over the years, thanks to sites like eBay and Amazon. These two are foragers, in the e-commerce space. They really, really were there at the beginning. They were some of the freshest, not the first. They were not the first, but they were some of the freshest ideas that came out of this new thing called the internet, and they today are icons in the e-commerce space. Amazon is the largest e-commerce player on the web. Matter of fact, Amazon is so large that it has broken into the top 10 commerce properties in the entire country. And let me just make you understand that. What that means is Amazon is competing and beating most or 90% of all retailers, brick and mortar retailers, online retailers, all of them. They're in the top, what do they call it? They're in the 90th percentile, you know? They're doing it, and they're all e-commerce. And literally what they started just about 20 years ago, you know, is something that you and I can actually get into, because what Jeff Bezos had at his beginning was so much less than what we have today as far as tools are concerned. So that's kind of a cool thing, and it's kind of where we are today. All right? So first thing I want to tell you, I told you I was going to give you 3 different ways to make money online. So bear with me. We've got a lot of stuff to cover, and the first thing I want to cover is the behemoth that is Amazon. How can you use Amazon to help you make that $500 a week? How can you do that? What kind of business can you build with Amazon? Well, there's a great business opportunity with Amazon affiliates. And if you don't know about Amazon affiliates, you probably just don't think you know about it, but you've seen it over and over and over again. And I'm going to show you some Amazon affiliate information. But the first thing you're going to have to become an Amazon affiliate is you're going to have an Amazon Associates account. That's the tool that you're going to need, an Amazon Associates account. It is a free account. It's free for you to sign up. And let me open a browser here. I'm going to open this and just show this to you. I'm going to bring this over. I got to change my window real quick for you. Like I said, we're doing this live. This is live. In charge. You know? So it's not pre-recorded, and this is really a teaching session, so I'm going to teach. And part of my teaching is finding the stupid button I want. That's me. Ta-da! Let me share the other screen. I'm going to share screen 1. Okay. So now you're seeing the screen. This is the live screen. And this is the Amazon Associates page. What you need to do is go ahead and sign up. And you just go to affiliate-program.amazon.com. Affiliate-program.amazon.com, and you can sign up for a free account. I've already got my account information here. I'm going to sign in. I created this account just for this session, so you can see how it looks on the back end. So let's say I wanted to sell TVs. Well, I can go inside the back end here and literally use the category finder and find the things that I want to promote. So I can say, oh, I want to find some electronics, and they give me some generic electronics, you know. But I really want to drill it all the way down. I want to go to television and video. I want to find televisions. Bang. All right? And it gives me links to all of these televisions. And literally, all I have to do is press Get Link, and it will give me a unique HTML product code that I can embed into websites. Once I take that code and embed it in, and that's with a text and image, or it could be a text-only code, or an image-only code, any kind of way you want to play with this, you can get that code, and what will happen is that anybody that purchases that television from your link, that's why it's affiliate, you'll get paid for driving that traffic. But here's the cool part. Let's say they go to that affiliate page and they see that TV, but they decide they really want to buy a different TV, and they're still in that same session because you drove the traffic. Anything that they purchase on Amazon during that session, you will still get your commission for. And one of the things that a lot of people don't understand is that when Amazon, and I'm sure you've heard different things about Amazon and taxes. Part of the problem with Amazon was that they had all of these affiliates. That's how Amazon has always driven their traffic. That's one of the biggest traffic drivers for Amazon. It's not paid advertisement, it's their affiliates. And they drive all the traffic to the Amazon site, and they pay all of these affiliates. Well, the deal was with the taxes is that Amazon was being considered a entity in, let's say, North Carolina, or was it South Carolina, or both of the Carolinas. So they considered them an entity based on the number of people that were affiliates in that area. So they decided that they wanted to tax Amazon as a corporation since they had all of these little affiliates in all of these little regions. So some of you, if you're in certain parts of the country, are not able to get in to Amazon Associates due to this tax issue. It's being cleared up. It's being cleared up, and Amazon is working now with a lot of these local entities to get this part cleared up so that they and these governmental entities can be on the same page and give opportunities to a lot of people to make a lot of money. So at any rate, that's the first thing you need. I don't want to get too deep into that because that is what it is, you know. But that's the first tool you're going to need is an Amazon Associates account. Second tool is going to be a blog or a website. All right? You're going to need some place for people to come and see your products. Now, this right here is just a regular Facebook page. Yes, you could use an actual Facebook landing page, incorporate the picture of the photo that we were just talking about, just take the picture and use the text linking, and if anybody buys that off of that page, you would actually get that. That's one way to use Facebook. Other social accounts, you want to think about Pinterest and things like that. But the key thing is when you do use Pinterest and even Facebook, I really think you need your own website. So I'm going to take you right now to this dog-sized website. And this is why I use them, because this is their website. Right here, dog-sized, right? This is their website, and look at it. It basically is a blog. Does your dog eat too fast? Here's some more blogging, blog, 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 right? It's got a WordPress feel. The reason why it has a WordPress feel is because this is actually a simple WordPress site that they have used. They have taken this WordPress design and turned it into a product store, an affiliate store for Amazon. Watch this. If I click here on Shop Dog Products, look at all these categories that come up. Now let's say I want to check out the doggy beds and furniture. All of a sudden, I'm getting pre-populated content to buy product. The key thing is these guys at Dog Size do not own any of this product. If I look at this product and I'm interested in this doggy bed, I click on it and it comes to a landing page where it asks me buy product. But if you look right here, it says, and I'm just showing you part where I'm at, sold by Amazon. A price can change. Click buy product to see the actual price. So if I click buy product, look, it goes to the Amazon page where I get to purchase the product, add it to the cart, and let's say, like I was just saying that I didn't want to buy that right now, but I start just looking at other dog products and I see, oh, well, I need one of those doggy gates for my house. Oh, there's a doggy gate. And I end up purchasing this doggy gate. Those guys will still get paid a commission off of that sale because I came into Amazon through their link for this session. So anything that I would put into my cart right now, because I am their Amazon or using the Amazon associate link, they would get that. Now, while we're here, I want to show you another tool because now I'm in my browser and I just showed you the Amazon associate back in. What that has done now, and it has put a tool on my toolbar here. And I just want to make sure that you see all of it. So right here on my toolbar, you see this little gray bar. This is the Amazon Associates bar. And this makes it simple and easy for Amazon Associates to earn money. So all I have to do if I want to fill up my store with different doggy products, and I have a doggy store, I can just go through Amazon and find the product I want, then hit this link to this page, and just like it did on the back end, it gives me customized HTML for that product that I simply copy and paste, and I create a whole nother product inside of my store. So that is the way the doggy guys, what was they, doggy size? Dog size? Yeah, dog size. That is how they are getting a full line of doggy products. And they have created a front end with categories, lovely pictures, and all of this stuff is drawn straight from Amazon's huge catalog. And the cool thing about this is there is no upfront cost for you other than creating a WordPress website. Yes, I get it. You don't know how to create a WordPress website for Amazon Association or Associate products. That's okay. No biggie. I got you. I got you on that. I can help you with that. But it's not that hard. It's not that complicated. This is something you could literally buy this template online or a template very similar that will pull in products for you from Amazon, populate it, get the picture, get the descriptions. Not only get the pictures and descriptions, I'm just going to click on this one. I'm going to see if it's actually out there. All right. Let's see down here. No, they don't have them. But they've got the multiple pictures in here, and some of them they'll add the customer testimonials. So you can get all of that stuff, and I'll just show you that one more time. If I go to Amazon, I'll show you how to do this. I get to a product that I want, and we're just going to take any product. I have my toolbar. Now, if I go here to customer reviews, it takes me to the customer review page. All I have to do, again, is get the link to that page, and it is an affiliate link that will go directly to the customer review page. And once again, if anybody starts shopping around on Amazon after looking at these reviews, because you know how Amazon does, customers that viewed this, viewed that, it gets people shopping. All right? And you still get paid. It's fantastic, man. And like I said, very little upfront money. I mean, literally for a couple of cheeseburgers at McDonald's plus a couple at Wendy's and maybe a shake from the drive-thru. You can get a WordPress site put together, And this is something that you can do tomorrow. So that is Amazon Associates. I think I got one more thing I want to show you. So what I was saying about the social media accounts is that on Pinterest, you would put the photos in there, and then you would drive the traffic to your page. So that's what Doggy Sized is doing here, is they're driving the traffic to their Doggy Size page, and then from the Doggy Size page, people can shop and buy from actually inside of Amazon. Which is fantastic because people trust Amazon. They might not trust Doggy Size, But once they see it's coming from Amazon, it's pretty cool. So how do you pick your products? How do you pick your products? Personally, there's a lot of ways to do this, but oftentimes you want to find the high converting products. And you can use Amazon itself to find those high converting products. So let's bring it back over. Amazon.com. It's going to show us how to do that. No, we don't want that. We want Amazon.com. Oh, no wonder I'm putting it in Google. Well, they're going to pay a nickel for that. I just clicked on their ad. So at any rate, how would you find high converting products? So here's the way I do it. All right. First, I go to this left-hand side, and I'll do shop by department. Since we're doing, doggy stuff, let's see if I can find the doggy stuff. Breeding, health, pets. Where's pets? Somebody tell me where pets is. I'm sure there's a pet products. Yeah. Oh well. I'm just gonna do it here. Pet. Shop the pet supply store. Let's see what happens there. All right. Cool. So now it gives me a secondary list that I can use. All right. Now let's say I want to find what's selling hot in the beds and the furniture. So I'll click on beds and furniture, and it will start giving me, these are the featured items, and then it'll start giving me all the other items. Right now, by default, it's on sort by new and popular. That's the one you want, new and popular. Sometimes it'll be sorted by customer reviews or newest arrivals. You want new and popular. And that's a great way to find what is moving fast on Amazon. So there you go. These products right here are moving very quickly on Amazon. That's why they're in the new and popular section. How about that? It makes it really simple. So now I can just grab, oh, these stairs are selling? No problem. That's the ones that I want. Cool. All right. So that's how I use Amazon search to show me the hot products. Some things you know a lot about. I know a lot of women know what products and cosmetics sell very well. They know what the hottest fashions are. Anything that is in your ball or in your wheelhouse, that is something that can become your way to do things inside of Amazon. So that is a good way to get out there and become the expert, because people love experts. They really do. I mean, even when you're talking about this Amazon site, I mean, there's literally thousands of products there. Sometimes if you just curate the hottest products for people, they will appreciate you as the expert because you've given them access to the best stuff, so they don't have to go through 1,000 products and searching over and over and over and over and over on the site. Make sense? All right. Everything does not have to be a top seller. Niches have riches, and that is for sure. Riches have niches. All right. I'm going to. I gotta put this on mute for 2 seconds. I will be right back, guys. Hang on 1 second. Hey guys, I totally apologize. That was a serious emergency, personal emergency. I don't have to leave, but I just want to apologize. That never, well, I guess everything happens. Life happens, and life is happening right now in real time. All right, so everything does not have to be a top seller. There's riches and niches. I mean, over my career, I have sold some of the strangest and oddest things that were so odd that it was hard for me to even explain it to people. They would be like, "What do you sell?" And I would have to go into this short, abbreviated version of what some of my products were because the product mix was so diverse. So don't worry about it, guys. All right. The last thing is things you love, because if you love it, somebody else somewhere actually loves it too. So, and that's another thing that you can be very, very animated about when you're doing blog posts, which I didn't really show you, but you know, that front end that they had for the dog site, like I said, it was a blog, and a lot of those pictures would come from products, so that those people would drive it straight to either the Amazon page or to the landing page inside of their web store. Okay? Cool. So we're moving along, and I know hopefully you had a little bit of time to grasp all of this. I know it's a lot of stuff, but I want to move forward because no matter what you do on the internet, and a lot of things that we're going to talk about, there's a couple of basic things you're going to have to know about SEO. And if you just take these top 7 things, SEO simply means search engine optimization. That's, you know, that all sounds like some geek tech stuff, but it's really not. It just helps search engines, which the only one I really care about is Google. It helps Google find your products and list your products in a very unique manner so people can see where your store is. So if you take these 7 things, you really have got 90% of all the SEO tricks already handled. 7 things. You ready? Number 1, title tags. Title tags. Number 2, meta keywords and descriptions. Now the keyword part, I don't want you to get, and you know, I wanted to go into this because it's so important to what we do, but I don't want you to get stuck in the, oh my God, this is technical. So don't worry about what meta means. Who gives a crap? As long as you do what I tell you right now, you're going to be fine. So I'm going to show you the back end of a Macy's store. All right? So here's Macy's web page for this shoe product. If I do a right click and I go to page source, now most browsers have it somewhere in there. Some of them have it in the view page source. I think this might have it up here. No, it doesn't, but I think Internet Explorer has it somewhere up on the toolbar. But most of them have it on the right click, view page source. That's going to show you all the background code. Don't get freaked out by the background code, all right? But what happens, and what I'm talking about, is the title tag. A tag is simply the things right between these little brackets, all right? And here's the title. So the title of this site or this page is DV by Dolce Vita, blah, 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 blah. What you see here is that the title's the same as the shoe, and also right here in my browser tab, that is the title tag. That's why it's important, because that title tag is what shows to people on their browser tab. Make sense? I hope I am making sense to you. I know I'm talking geekish, but still, that's what I mean by title tags. The other one we're talking about is the meta, right? Description and keywords. And I saw that just a second ago. Wait. I'm going down to find right here. Here's meta keywords. And that is simply some search terms that are relevant to the product, right? And they're separated by commas. It's not that big of a deal as it used to be, but it's still important for you to put that in. And the last one, and remember, we're looking at Macy's. So they've got a lot of code in here. You could literally have these 1, 2, 3 lines, and that would be it. All right? And then the last one is meta description, which is right here. It's right above the keywords. It doesn't matter what order you put them in. The browsers will, the crawlers of these websites will find them. Crawlers are just those, electronic things that Google uses to find and index websites. So this is the meta description, right? And the key thing is, the reason why I use this one is because I think Macy's has it wrong. Because in the description, it's got an ad first, shop for juniors. That's not what should be on there first. It should be the description of the sandals. The Sophia Grilli sandals by Dolce. That should be there first. Now, if you want to put some other crap after that, then that's what you put it there. But the description really should be of the product. So anyway, without getting too deep into that, that's all I mean by meta tags, meta keywords, and description. All right? Title tag. The next part you want to have are heading tags. Heading tags are very simple, but you use them as H1, H2, and this is something that we go deep into in training and all that kind of good stuff. But you want to just make sure that anybody that's handling your website understands at least this much about heading tags. Header tags allow you to create headings of different sizes. This is a heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. And the key thing is you only use these tags for actual headings. You don't use these to make text bigger. You don't use these to make text bold. That's not what they're for. The reason why these are important is because the crawler, those little robots that go through sites and index for Google, uses those header tags. And it knows to read those to find out what is on a page. All right? The next thing, content, content, content. Make sure your content is good. Make sure your content is good. Yes, you can be an Amazon associate and you can pull all of your content directly from the Amazon content. But I guarantee you, if you add some of your own original content or all original content, your blog will stand out. Your store will stand out because the content is not the same as the Amazon content. If the descriptions are the exact same as Amazon, what happens with the robot, it says, hey, I already have this information. I have it on Amazon's page. I don't need it anymore. And it throws it out. Okay? So there you go. URL structure. I'm going to get these out of the way. Like I said, there's only 7 technical things. We're going to get them out of the way, and then we're going to get back to the things that we understand. But the difference between this URL and this URL with the question mark, ID equals, underscore, ampersand, all of that is a big difference. And you want to make sure that your URL structures, make sure that your URLs are in this kind of format where it's very legible and readable. All right? It's much, much more appealing to any user. And then, lastly, responsive design. And that is a big word that's coming around in e-commerce space. Responsive design, responsive websites, responsive. What is it? It just means one simple thing, that my site looks good everywhere. It looks good whether I'm viewing it on a desktop, a laptop, an iPad, an Android phone, an iPhone. It really allows the device to display your website in a friendly way. And it does that by simply moving things around, or the most important parts of a web page around, so that it is understandable by the actual website. Like I said, life happens, guys, and I've got to put you on hold for just another second. Hang on 1 second. And I will be right back. I promise I'm going to come right back. I'm not going anywhere as soon as I find my hold button. It's in my window. All right, I'm back. Everything's working out. It's working its way through. All right, so we're talking about responsive design. Like I said, not to get into a whole lot of tech, what it literally does is just move things around on different browsers and different devices so that it makes sense and fits in that size format. All right? And the key thing is, and I definitely want to highlight this, is that 30% of all web traffic originated from mobile devices in 2013 during the holiday season. This year, I don't know what that number is going to be. That 30% was way high compared to what people thought it was going to be, and I think it's going to shock the world again. But they're projecting, the experts, and I'm doing the air quote experts, say that by 2018 there will be more searches on the web by mobile devices than there will be from desktop and laptop devices. So anyway, that's cool. And this is one last thing, and then we're out of the weeds, okay? Fast page times. Page speed load times, the faster you get it, the better, all right? So sometimes you want to drop some of those great looking pictures and bells and whistles to make your page load faster, because based on this from Strange Loop Networks, you see that a 1 second in page delay for the load time is a 7% decrease in conversions. That's 7% less people will actually convert and buy from your page. 11% of the people will not even view the page. They'll go out for every second that is that it takes for a page to land. They're leaving, all right? And it decreases customer satisfaction. And this is kind of interesting. It's a big number, but just think about this in dollar terms, that if your site earns about $100,000 a day, you're losing $2.5 million in sales. That's why Amazon's site is one of the fastest loading sites out there, even though they got all those banners and whiz bangs and all that kind of stuff. Now, let's just talk about web design, banner design, getting headers made for your website and logos and all that kind of stuff. You can't beat Fiverr. You can, but you can't, all right? Because you can go out to Fiverr right now and for $5 get people to design things for you. Now, some people suck. Some people are great. And it is up to you to do your own fishing, But there are hundreds of thousands of designers now on Fiverr that will do work for you for nothing but a 5 spot, So that is a great place to go and get that support you're going to need. All right? Let's talk about the next thing. We're done with the Amazon affiliates, right? I want to go to one more thing because I said I got 3 things. It's about 10 minutes to the hour. We're going to get through this tease, and then we'll see where we're at, all right? T-Profits. How many of you are familiar with Teespring? Have you ever heard of Teespring.com? No? All right, let me show you Teespring. Some of you have, some of you haven't. I know. Teespring. It's a Teespring. No, it's a website that allows you to create custom apparel with no hassle, no money up front, no risk, completely risk-free business right here. Completely risk-free. All right? You can create and sell t-shirts on this site with no money. Zero. And here's how you do. You just simply say, oh, I'm going to get started. And I'm going to show you how to do one right here on the fly. All right? So let's say, here's my text. I sat through John's, oh, that's too long. I want to say, I sat through and watch what I do. I'm going to duplicate it. Which one to duplicate? Right here. All right? Oh, I didn't push it. Well, I thought I did. Oh, there it is. Oh, God, I'm stupid. There it is. All right, so I did it right here. Duplicate. So I sat through, and this one I'm going to say, John's webinar, or John's web. We'll say an R. It's still on there. Cool. No, actually, what we'll do up here is I'm going to change it to I survived John's webinar, right? So now I've created a shirt. Real simple. The actual cost of doing this shirt, if I did 50 shirts, is $7.30. But I want some artwork in the middle, you know? So I can upload my own artwork right here, or I can search their artwork. And the thing is, you have to understand is that the more colors that your artwork is, the more it's going to cost. So you want to get artwork that doesn't cost a lot. I'm going to use this beer mug. And that is a great place to get some, or Fiverr is a great place to get some designers to create you some single color artwork or dual color artwork that you can use on some of your shirts. All right, so that would be bang. Actually, you know what? I think I want to make it lean a little bit. Lean. Yeah, there you go. All right, I survived John's webinar. Boom, that's my shirt. However, do you know, it is the black t-shirt that sells better than all other colors. So I think I want to make my t-shirt black. Uh-oh, all of my text is in the wrong color. Let's just change that to white so that it shows up. Bang, bang, bang. Now I've got my black t-shirt. Notice how the base cost for that t-shirt changed from 7 something up to 8. All right? So, hey, it costs more to have a colored t-shirt. Who'd have thunk it? Of course it does, right? Let's go to the next step. And this next step, oh, one other thing I want to tell you is that they've got different, you know, this is the budget t-shirt. They've got better t-shirts, you know, ring spun, cotton. They got American Apparel, branded cotton, and those are different, you know, different tees. Not only that, you can actually do tank tops, hoodies. Here, if I change it, that's what the tank top would look like. Here's a specialty top. You know, they got all kind of cool stuff. Here's the women's tight-fitted tee. All of that. We're going to go back to basic tee because that's what we're working with right now. All right? Next step. Bang. This is the most important part, guys. This is the money part, so wake up, pay attention, okay? Because here's the deal. In order for them to make their money, they're not going to run the shirts in terms of print these shirts until all of the shirts that are in your sales goal are sold. So it started out with 50 shirts. That's kind of a high number, especially for, you know, maybe something that we don't even know if we're going to do. All right? So I'm going to back this off. And I'm going to say, oh, 10 shirts. Now watch what happens to my profits. So the deal was, when I had it at 50 shirt, it said my profits was going to be $434. But now I'm down to 10 shirts. The estimated profits now are around $70. Not only that, it's changing the price that it's going to charge me per shirt. So look right here, and I'm going to do the movement again, where it's saying $7 per shirt that I would make at 10. Watch if I did 50. See, I make $8.70 per shirt. What if I did 100 shirts? That's $9.26 per shirt. So that's the key thing, guys. You understand first that your sales goal A has to be met. If it doesn't get met, the shirts don't get made and everybody's money is refunded. So that's how they do it. That's why it's no risk to you and it's no risk to them. Got it? Fantastic. All right, so that's your profits. I'm going to hit the next step. We're going to do it at 10. Remember, I just came to this site. I didn't do anything spectacular beforehand. All right, now I can make my campaign. I survived the webinar. I'm sure I spelled something wrong somewhere before because I'm a horrible speller. Horrible. Then you put a good description here. Again, when we were talking about SEO value, it works here too. And it helps people to understand what they are buying. So make sure you put some good content here. Make sure you put good content here because Google likes it, and the search on the website, there I go, I spelled something wrong, see? On the website needs it. All right, that's not good content, but I'm just showing you. Now, like I said, you got to sell all of your shirts, so you got options to do a 7-day, a 5-day, a 15-day, whatever. By default, they start at 7 days. Then you get to choose your own URL. That's the cool part. I'm going to say John's Webinar, and hopefully that is available. It'll check, boom. John's Webinar is available. So my URL will be teespring.com/John'sWebinar. Shipping options, I'm not letting nobody pick nothing up for me, so that's not something I use. Yes, you got to say you read the terms of service. Launch your campaign. It's saving my design. I can log in with Facebook, or I can log in with my T-shirt account. All right. I can save it right here. I can preview what the landing page is going to look like. Let's see if that comes up. And I can launch my campaign. Oh, I got to agree. Sorry. Oh, we did that. Oh, I get it. I got an account here. So I got to sign in, I guess. Let's see. Oh, I don't remember my password. Boy, what an idiot. There it is. All right. Congratulations. My campaign is running right now. And literally, guys, you can actually order that right now. You know, it's 17 bucks. And if 10 of them sell, boom, we're done. So go out there and buy them, and then I'll show you that it works. So that's how easy it is, man. Zero cost. Once your campaign is ended successfully, the shirts will be delivered to everybody that buys a T-shirt. Okay? So we just did that right here online live. That's pretty. I was like, you know, can I do it? Should I do it? Will there be problems? But it actually worked. So bam, we're in the house. Okay. How do you select the niche? For the T-shirts, man, you got to make sure that it's something that people are passionate about. And oftentimes, they need to be irrationally passionate about it. It must be something that's shirtable, you know, must have a shirtable niche to it. And it's something that people can be proud to wear because it defines them. And another thing that would be nice if you're selecting a niche and could be selective, if the traffic competition is not that expensive. You could look at that. You don't want something that's overly popular, but you know, if you're going to buy web advertising, you might want to look at that. But then again, if you're just doing, you know, your own crafted social media hustle, then and that won't matter. Another thing, a hit thing, is to jump on trending topics and breaking news. You know, so I mean, what's breaking news today is going to really help move your products fast. I don't know, if I make a funny, you know, shirt about Ebola, I don't know, it might work. But that's trending right now. It's breaking news. But here's the deal, guys. Acting quickly reduces the competition. Literally, people became thousandaires overnight on twerk. When that happened with Miley Cyrus on twerking on MTV, the guys that got out, and a lot of people did it, that got out and did their Teesprings, they made a killing. So some things just resonate with people. You know, every once in a while, you'll hit one of those big trends, and you just got to follow them, man. And the cool thing about jumping on a trending topic is that nobody owns the space. So yeah, you know, a week later, if you tried to make it, everybody was already on it. Everybody already owned it. It was probably the hardest thing to buy advertising to push to it. So, you know, being first is often great. And the thing is, like you said, or like we said, there's no risk in actually creating a campaign. All right? You can use tools like Google Trends and other social trending topics. I don't know. Let's see if you are familiar with Google Trends, but I'll give you that URL. Trending for Google is just google.com/trends or trends.google.com. And here's where you want to look at. All right, here's where you want to look at. You want to look at the charts. All right, if I pick one chart, I get all the charts. I'm going to close this part down, and here's all the charts. And then you can see what's trending right now inside of Google, what people are searching on. And oftentimes that gives you ideas on things you can do and ways you can use it. And I kind of dig trending topics because you can find something hot, and what's hot today may not be hot tomorrow. All right? And like I'm saying, if it's hot, a lot of people will share it for you because they think it's kind of newsy, you know? So that's one way to get people to share your items with other people and their friends because it's hot, right? Fantastic. The other thing is career niches. These are really fantastic. Civil servants like police, fire, nursing. I'm going to show you an example here in a minute of a niche it's just going to blow your mind. But civil servants are a good place. Aviators, pilots, flight attendants, air traffic controllers. Those are niches. Educators, teachers, and professors. And geeks. Geeks, you know, need love too. You know, we need love too. Science, computer, mathematics. This shirt right here is an example of a killer campaign. All it says is, trust me, I'm an engineer. Look at how many shirts they sold. Now, do the math, people. That's $3,000 times what? At the low end, $7 per shirt that they made? That is a killer amount of money. That's $20,000 plus, $21,000 plus, you know? And they probably made more than that. So I'm telling you, this is a way to seriously make $500 a week with the right shirt and the right plan. Here's another one. They made a hoodie. And I didn't show you, hoodies cost a lot more, and you make more on hoodies. So this hoodie, they sold 726, and look at 726. Look what the goal was. They had the goal at 150. So yes, you can oversell your goal. This one, the goal was 1,000. They sold 3,000. You know, that's because they're in niches. Sports. Sports is a fantastic niche. Football, killing it, and we're getting ready to go into the football season. You definitely can do that. I've got a link here. You know, I was going to show you. You've seen Wikipedia, but you know, that'll show you all the football teams and all the players on a team. You can do that by, you know, finding the actual Wikipedia page for the players, and you can use that kind of information to make T-shirts. You can do that for other teams: baseball, NFL, NBA, NHL, soccer, all of this. Another one, pet lovers. Love pets. Everybody loves pets. And I am going to show you this for dog breeds, because if I open this up, it's incredible how many dog breeds there are. Literally, there are just so many. Look at this. It's ridiculous. I can make shirts for these people that love these dogs, that specific breed of dog. That is a deep niche. And there are a lot of people that own that specific niche of dog. And to really maximize the traffic, having a guardian dog or a herding dog is better to buy than just buying dog lovers. Herding dog lovers is a lot cheaper to buy because it's a niche. So that is one of the things I wanted to show you with dogs, cats. Ultimately, guys, you got to beware of trademarks. Do not use anything that is a possible violation of a trademark. That will get you in trouble. It'll get your account suspended. It's not cool. How much tools do you need to do the T-shirt designs? You just need a computer. That's it. You can actually do it on an iPad. I think you can do it on your phone too. I'm not sure, but it'll be a little hard with your thumb. But I'm sure there are people that are doing it with their thumb. All right? So the tools you need are very, very light. When I talk about sports, let me see if I can find one of these. just real quick, I'm going to do a search here for a Peyton Manning shirt. Let's do a Manning shirt because I know there were a lot of them last year. Okay, let me show you this just to give you an idea. Okay, there you go. See, none of that is a trademark violation. All it says is Peyton fan or Manning fan. See, it doesn't say Peyton Manning. There's a lot of people named Peyton. There's an old place called Peyton Place. It's like, no, I'm just teasing. That was a TV show. But you see what I'm saying? This is nothing that can be considered a violation of a trademark. They're not using anything. I like this one, you know, because what they're using here, let me just blow this one up a little bit, is that they're using the Giants colors, you know, and they're using that. There's nothing proprietary here, nothing, and you can do that. So that's some great way, especially with football. Football, people, like I said, are irrational about their fandom of football. They're totally irrational. I'm irrational. I'm wearing a Falcons shirt right now. All right, let me take a poll, guys. I'm almost here at the end, but we're about 10 minutes past the hour. I'm going to ask you, right, do you need a quick break? And I mean quick break in like 5 minutes, okay? I'm going to do the poll, and I'm just going to open it up real quick just to take a, you know, do you need a quick break? Go ahead and hit that poll for me, okay? And I just want to know if we're going to go I probably got another 20 minutes, 30 minutes to go. And you don't want to miss the last one because, you know, I saved the best for last. So that's 2 ways that you can make money already. And we got a third one. I'm going to go ahead and close the poll. Hopefully you went ahead and voted. All right. Let's see what the poll results say. Oh, wow. 100% of you said no. Fantastic. Let's go. All right. Oh, yeah. When I said you need a computer, I prefer Mac computers. I just do. All right. Let's just look at espionage. And these are some ways to find what's selling well on Teespring, because that'll give you some ideas also about how to, you know, position your ads. You don't want to copy anybody's ad directly, because if you just, you know, do that, they'll kick you off the site or at least suspend that ad. You don't want to do that. But if you go to this teesprings.com/discover, you can see other sites or other things that are selling or have sold well. All right? Look at these, man. Fantastic stuff. Killing it. Killing it! And you can actually sort, well, no, not this one. That's not the one you sort on. This one over here, if you do TView, and I don't know what that's, it's Photograph. I think it was supposed to be Photograph, but they couldn't get it. I don't know what the heck a Photograph is. But it's a cool tool to check out what's going on Teesprings with a TViewer. And you can also, again, see some of the stuff that is listed. And this is the latest ads, but this is the one I like for, you know, espionage, looking at only the ones that sold, only the ones that reached their goal. And you can see some that have oversold, some that have really oversold, and it gives you an idea of what's trending, some of the good designs that people like, some of the ways to, you know, it's just it opens up my mind, you know, it opens up my mind, and that's one of the tools that I'll use. All right. So let's see. The other thing is, and I'll make this doc available to you so you get all of these links, you know, everybody that's attended, I'll make this doc available to you. And then you can get some ideas of what I'm doing here. These are some Google searches, all right? And if you do site:/teespring.com, it'll show all the pages that are linked to Teespring. So that gives you an idea of, you know, what other people are doing, how they're putting it on their websites and then driving traffic to their Teespring site or Teespring shirt. This one I like right here is if you do site facebook.com, then Teespring, I'm going to open this one up, you can see how people are linking to Teespring from Facebook. All right? So these are some Facebook page. I'll just take this first one, and there's about 1 million of them. You're being redirected to Teespring. Okay, go. Let's see. What's that? Oh, that's actually Teespring. Duh! We don't want that. Oh, okay, I got you. Oh, look at this. This is the engineering. Remember, I was just showing you the engineering one, the engineering memes? That's their website right there. And look at that. How did they sell that many? That's because they got 8,200 fans on their website, 8,200 likes, and they're constantly posting pictures of people wearing their T-shirt. It's absolutely fantastic. Other people end up liking the T-shirt when they see their picture. They're asking people to send in their pictures. This right here, you know what that is? That is an ad that they're probably putting out there on sites like Pinterest, Instagram, to get people interested in either liking their website and buying their shirt. Fantastic. These guys are killing it. And that's why, because they've got it all linked in together. I think I even mentioned them a little bit farther down. And like I said, these are some other ways. If you do the site old Teespring, you get some of the old shirts, that were on Teespring, and different blah, blah, blah. If you do it, teespring.com/any keyword, this one right here is NFL. If that has NFL in the description, it will do a search for it on Google, and it'll bring up everything that's NFL driven. We just talked about how to drive traffic from the engineer. I think that was a fantastic example. And I just want to see something. Yeah, I mean, I took this screen capture. They had 8223, or 8223. They're at 8226, so they're adding people daily, like hourly, because I just took that website before we went, web screenshot before we went. All right, what happens if you don't reach your goal? If you don't reach your goal by the end of the campaign, don't worry. If it's still profitable for them, and that's the key. So, I mean, if you're doing 1,000 shirts and you get to 950, it's still profitable for them. They're going to print those shirts. They'll let it in, and they'll go ahead and start automatically dropping the goal and end up successfully releasing all the shirts, and your campaign is done. If your campaign is not profitable once it ends, the buyers don't get charged and the items are not printed. No harm, no foul. You can try again by relaunching your campaign. Or if 15 people come by and say, like, oh man, it ended today and I forgot, I really want this, there's a button on there that says request this, and if 15 people request a shirt, then they'll go ahead and reopen the campaign. So how's that? I mean, it's a really cool thing. Really cool thing. I love Teespring for a little bit of extra capital and not a whole lot of work. You can do this while you're building that bridge. Last but not least, and I mean that, Udemy. And as you see, it's underlined in red. That's because it doesn't know that that spelling is a real word, so I just ignored that spelling. Udemy. All right? And that's, I don't know what the hell it means. It's some universal academy. I don't know. They made up the word. But what Udemy does is it allows you to create courses and teach things online. And you offer those teachings at the price that you decide. You create your own pricing. The tool, Udemy, is free. And it is really, really full of helpful instructors. It's got a killer support community, and they are dedicated to the success of your courses because, of course, your success is their success, and I'm going to show you, some of that and why it is that way. All right? So how much does it cost for you? Nothing. Zero. How do you get paid? You keep 100% of the profits, 100% of the revenue, minus a 3% processing payment, which is pretty normal, all right? 3%, I mean, PayPal will charge you that much as well or a little bit less. They'll keep 3%, and that is for people that you drive directly to your page, and those are new students in the Udemy ecosystem. All right, so you get 100% of those. Now they will also market your course if it's in the same genre as other people. If somebody's searching for a course that is relevant to the topic that you're on, they will drive traffic to that. And for that, it's a 50-50 split. You can't beat these numbers. You know, you got a course out there that you're putting out there. You do it once. That's the key. You create the course once, and you get paid on it infinity. Now that is killer return on investment. I know people right now that run all over the city trying to find a damn, well, like me, I was the guy trying to find a cool toy that people wanted. I run all over the city, spend half my day doing that, all the gas, all the frustrated and headaches, and eating fast food, when I could have been at home creating the course telling other people how to run around town and find those deals, and I'm making the money, right? So I create the course once, it's out there forever. Udemy handles all customer support, it handles the payment processing, it handles all the hosting, it gives you access to all the features, it includes a mobile version of the courses, and none of that costs you anything, all right? Most courses on here are priced between $29 and $99. That's the average. You can have a free course. You can have, any other kind of course you want, But if you go out there, and I'm going to show you just a real quick, let's do, go to Udemy. Just going to show you how easy it is to sign up. It's just as simple as the last thing was, all right? It's just as simple. So these are some of the courses. It's showing me some of the courses. But if you go down, it'll be like sign up here. And then you go ahead and sign up. And I'm going to log into my account. Let's see. Do I remember my account logins, credentials? Probably not. So I'll use Facebook. So here's some of the courses I've been in. But if I wanted to teach a course, oh no, those are new and noteworthy. Here's a course that I just started for you guys, just so you can understand. If all I got to do is go to my courses, hit teaching, and it'll allow me to create a course. I just put that out there as a draft, e-commerce for beginners. Yay, and it just shows you I have nothing in there, but it gives you an idea of the format and the layout. And it helps you go through the whole process of creating the curriculum. And you can upload videos for every part of the course. And all of these uploads cost you nothing. The videos, I don't care how long your video is, you can upload it. All right, how big it is, it doesn't matter. And you literally go through this, basic template, and you create your courses. And people come to those courses, you get 50% of the proceeds. If they find this course without you directly sending them to it, but if you directly send it to it, meaning that it's your audience, your people, all the friends you know, you get 100% of the proceeds minus the 3% processing fee. Now that, guys, seriously, 3 things right now for you to make money at home without leaving your house. And I know a lot of you would like to do this. But I'm sure there are some of you that really just want to know more. I think I've given you enough to get you started. I think right now there are some of you, man, whose mind, you can't wait to get off this webinar because you want to get started. And fantastic, you are the action taker. I love those guys. But if you would like to know more, if you want to have some more help, I've got a link for you that I want to show you. And this is, the link right here. And let me just tell you about the sponsors. It's like, because if you're one of those people that are ready to do this, and you want to do this maybe with some help, or somebody to help mentor you through this, and I personally would like to help you. You've sat through over an hour and 20 minutes with me on the webinar. And you know what? I appreciate you. I'm sorry about the time I had to go off the call to take a call. I apologize for that. And because of that, I really want to reward you for coming to this event and sitting through this event. So normally, my training for these and other e-commerce opportunities, the cost for the rest of the world is $1,000. Actually, it's kind of like $997 because you don't want the zeros on the end. You know the psychology of it. Normally, $997 program, $1,000 program to take people through it all. They watch me just like that, like we were doing here. We do this together, and I take people to the next level. But if you want to do this, then what I want you to do right now is I want you to go to this link, all right? And I'm going to pop it up. Let's say right now, flat out, you should see the actual link, that same link that I just showed you right here. I want to take right here tonight's link. It's bit.ly/sponsormejohn, and I have got a killer offer for you. I really want to sponsor your learning, and all I'm asking for that sponsorship to this $1,000 course is simply to cover the cost and the fees that I have to cover for every student that I teach. All right? And that is simply $100. Yes, I get it. Just $100 for $1,000. All you have to do is go to that link, sponsor me, John. I appreciate your time, and I hope you will take advantage of this one-time offer. Let's go to the next level. 6 weeks, me and you on a webinar like this, where you can see everything that I'm doing. But it won't be a one-way webinar, it'll be a two-way webinar where you can ask the questions and we make sure you get everything done. 6 weeks together, me and you, $100, because I want to sponsor you, and I appreciate you staying on this call to the end. I thank you so much. Remember that link, bit.ly/sponsormejohn. One word, no capitals, no spaces. Sponsor me, John. That's all you got to do. bit.ly/sponsormejohn. I'll follow up with you after this is over, just in case you missed this link. I thank you. I appreciate everyone that sat through the call, and I wish you the best of luck. Go out there and kill it, man. Nail it. Make it happen. Make more money for you, your family, and have more time to do the things you like. I am out of here. Talk to you later, guys. Peace.